Okay, so hi guys, this is Kashif, and today I want to learn how to install Hadoop through a shell scripting. Means it will just require a few minutes. So starting with means I am just deploying it on Google's cloud. So you might be knowing, if you know, you just have to create a Google's cloud account. So starting with means I'm just creating an instance and Google. So it might take a few minutes actually. Generally, if you know, the Google cloud is very slow. So yeah, so I'll just give a name to my instance. uh, Actually I doing the Hadoop through a shell scripting, so I'll just write shell Hadoop. Okay, and if you go for Hadoop to it's not much required. I'm just showing how the shell script works. So the CPU utilization and RAM and all is not much more important in this. If you want, you can take as per your requirement. Okay, I'm just making the disk space 30 GB. Okay, oh sorry, I have to select that Ubuntu. Actually this shell script is made for Ubuntu. Okay, means Linux based, but it can't be run on Red Hat and CentOS. So the thing is that I'm just using Ubuntu, the latest stable 14.0. so starting, and by default I'm just allowing HTTP ports. Actually in the end I have to see that the ports are not working and on. So I'm allowing HTTP and HTTPS and clicking on create. So it will take some time for creating. So you can see it's loading for a minute. So the thing is that the cluster is ready now. So we'll do SSH to connect to a cluster. Okay, that's very quite easy. So it will take some time to connect to a cluster through SSH. Generally, if you know, SSH is for secured shell. Generally we use secured login to a cluster through SSH in VM. So we have much option of Google's. Well, so if you go for cloud option, we have AWS cloud, Google clouds, and through every cloud we connect to SSH because it's the most secured one. So it's taking some time to connect. Okay, we are in. So we have to just use a shell script. So it's very quite easy. So starting with, I'll just switch to super user, sudo su. So it's all done. I'm just a root user right now, and I don't have to do much things. I just have to write, let's say, create a file. So for the people, I'm just using nano. So in the script I've written that just a file name. The thing is that if you want another name, your name, anybody's name, you can just give it out, but the extension .sh, because the shell script, so you have to give .sh for running a shell script. So I'm just pressing enter. Okay, and one more important thing is I have added my repository at GitHub. So this is the link. Actually it's http github.com for Kashif Tambol Ibrahim. So I'm just copy this link. You just have to type this link in paste here. Okay, and we are in. Okay, so we are in, and the things are made here. Means so here you just have to go in easy installation of Hadoop. We have made different repositories for any user, and if you want to use, you can use that. And here easy to install Hadoop too. So you have to do much things. Just copy from line number 1 the every content. Oh, okay. To line number 1, I just have copying this thing from here and pasting here. Okay, everything is done. Yeah, it's all pasted. If you want to know how the shell scripts run, so I'll show you. Just give me a moment. Control X Y. I'm just saving the file, and I'll just run the shell script. So sh file name .sh. I'm just pressing enter, and you just have to wait and watch. Everything is doing bad, and just pressing enter again. Okay, and the script is running behind side. It's first of all is going to install and the repository of Java files and all. Okay, right now after that, right now it's showing that we are installing Oracle Java 8. Okay, accept the license. It's done everything automatically. It's through a shell script, so you don't have to do anything. Even though we don't have to configure default files, we have to configure in Hadoop. So here we are. So it's all updating. Okay, it's generally, if you go through a shell script, you will find that we are descripting all the data which is old one, and you are installing SSHD, disabling IPv6 table and all, which are the things required in Hadoop. So here we are creating a key. So just press enter, enter, enter. You don't have to press anything more than that. And we are installing Hadoop 2.6.0, if you can see here, and it's very easy. Okay, all set. So Hadoop is getting downloaded and everything is configured itself only. Okay, so everything is set. We have downloaded and configured Hadoop itself. We don't have to done anything. Everything is done by a shell script. And in the end of my script, we have to fire certain commands, that is bash. Okay, so I'm just copying pasting here for you to understand. Okay, it's bash. Press enter. Second thing I have to do is, second thing, I just have to format name node. So same thing, I just copy and pasting to my script. Okay, pressing enter, the Hadoop is get formatted automatically and your Hadoop is ready to use. Okay, and there is the next command. Actually, if you see here, generally this one, start all sh. Actually it's descripted, it's a Hadoop 1 command, but if you fire this in Hadoop 2, it's going to be run, so it's not a big deal or a big problem with us. So you want to fire same thing, but if you want, you can just fire, look, it's showing this script is descripted, right? Instead of this, you can just fire start or yarn.sh, but it's fine with that. We can, it's not a big deal. We just fire the same thing as it's supported with older versions, so we can just reduce old MapReduce program in this also, or old jar files of MapReduce here. So yes, I have to type yes and enter. You can see that secondary node is started here, name node is started, the data nodes are started, so everything is running. Yarn is running, resource manager, so just fire jps and you can see everything is up and running. So the thing is that you don't have to much configure this thing, it's all thing is done through shell scripting. And if you want to see this thing through a web UI, so the thing is that in Google's cloud we have to disable the firewall to see this. So I'm just doing that only. I'm just coming here, okay, and the defaults, and scroll down, and here if you can see, the thing is that where it is gone, yeah, this one, HTTP. So you have to just the thing is that there are certain ports are only allowed here, so I'm just allowing all the ports, you can see, right? So you have to do edit here and just do the same thing, which allow any from any sources. Okay, it's configured already, but if you go normally, it's like that, like this only IP range. So I've done this thing earlier, so it's just showing the default one. So save it, and everything is done. Just have to do is so the changes we have done is all set, means you can see the I've already done, but if you want, you have to you might change these things. Okay, I'm just going back and back. So we are done. We just have to click on the external IP, and you have to write a default port number here. Means it's what we say for Hadoop, it's 50070. Enter. So we are in here. Everything is done. You can see through web UI the cluster, one node and all. So it's very easy for you to go through a shell script. If you want to know how the shell script is working, so the thing is that back Okay, it is taking some time. Okay, here, so just come down here and go to Hadoop, this one, and here the script is defined, means how every command is working, means where you are installing Java, creating Hadoop access and all. So if you want to know how the shell script is works, so you just come down here, download this thing, and you will get how each and every command is working. Thank you for watching video and have a nice day. Bye.